people.
Good morning.
Good morning and welcome to Yuma Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Darin. Welcome aboard to the Love Fest. I'm grateful you're here. And what's coming to mind this morning is that legend of Brigadoon, that city that rises up through the fog mystically. Well, to heck with mystic Scottish villages. Through the fog, here you have appeared. You have made it safely and sound to a powerful spiritual experience that we're going to enjoy together as family. So I'm so grateful that you're here in person, and everybody, hopefully I envision them at home, in bed, in their jammies, being warm. That sounds good. So everyone watching on Facebook, we're glad you're here with us today. Only thing you'll miss out, Facebook people, is Potluck Sunday afterward. Everyone's invited. We have some wonderful stuff. Pretty soon it'll be bubbling in the oven and we'll be able to smell it. So if you weren't planning to stay, please be welcome to stay for potluck. And thank you. And let's stand, if you will, and kick off our service in song.
Let me hear everybody, okay? I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. Love. That sweet release of peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. I start my day with joy. When I start my day with joy, everything I do is infused with joy. I start my day with joy. When I start my day with joy, everything I do is infused with joy. Joy, joy, joy. Sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy. And I feel that sweet release. Woo!
One time a fellow minister from the big city said, gosh, you're in Yuma, you're kind of like out there in the outback. Excuse me? We are yet a little bit of a rural outpost, but we are part of a greater spiritual organization called Centers for Spiritual Living, with 400-some centers around the world in all kinds of countries. And if you're watching online, you can go to YCSL.org and find one that is near you. And our founder is Dr. Ernest Holmes, a gentleman over on the wall, who told us, and continues to tell us, to enjoy our own individual, unique spiritual journey. So we always love to share from him, which you do every Sunday. And this morning's reading from Dr. Ernest Holmes will be shared by Ms. Petronella.
You're still here? Do I get a hug?
Yes, yes. I was taught never leave the pulpit empty. And we're Star Trek fans. This is the helm. You're all riding.
Okay, so today I am reading from Living the Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes, Dr. Ernest Holmes, and page 148. The Lord is my shepherd, an interpretation of the 23rd Psalm. Centuries ago, the psalmist caught a divine inspiration and began to think about God as a good shepherd. And as he did so, a great wave of peace flowed through his whole being, a feel of trust and confidence, and his soul began to sing within him. Of all the inspired writings of the ages, none is more beautiful than the 23rd Psalm. None more filled with quiet contentment and complete assurance, and more replete with the comfort and consolation of the thought that we are not left alone to buffet our way through life, here or thereafter. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Let the Lord of all creation take care of us. We are following the good shepherd, who knows his sheep and loves them. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures, a shady nook where we can rest in the middle of the day. He leadeth me beside the still waters, to the river of life in which there is no conflict, no turmoil. He restoreth my soul, fresh and clean and new and wonderful. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. We are restored in body, mind, and soul, because the Spirit makes us new. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me. Divine will is the good that shall come at last alike to all. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Our complete reliance on the law of good. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. If we are too busy to come and eat, we cannot expect to partake of the divine beauty. Thou anointest my head with oil, the symbol of complete hospitality, of perfect welcome. My cup runneth over. Everything that is good is spirit and withholds nothing from us. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. The presence of the loving and divine Spirit and the all-conquering power of the law and the love of good. And so it is.
And so it is.
Good morning and God morning to everyone. We perform this ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that people of all faiths and lifestyles, all sentient beings, come from the one great universal presence, which we call spirit. Fundamental to this truth is the unifying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here today. We light a candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light a candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light a candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light a candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light a candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light a candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light a candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light a candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light a candle for all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. And as Patty lights the healing candle, please say silently out loud or put in Facebook comments the names of those you would like to hold in the healing flame of God's eternal love. With our eyes closed and our hearts open, we remember that there is oneness in the universe. There is one power. We can call it spirit. We can call it God. We can call it love. And this universal power and presence is within all of us. As we are one with spirit, we are one with God, we are one with love. We affirm our well-being and the well-being of our loved ones. We affirm the well-being of all, and that includes those who we may not know. We embrace everything and everyone with love and kindness. And we affirm peace at all levels for ourselves, for humanity, and for the planet. I am so grateful to know this truth about spirit, about God, about us. I am grateful to know and remember how spirit supports us in every single way. I let go of these words and trust. I let go of these affirmations and I let God. And together we seal this by saying, and so it is.
Send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my peace over the mountains. Send my peace over the sea. Send my peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my passion over the mountains. I send my passion over the sea. I send my passion into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. Good morning. I'm good at singing up there, but talking. But I would like to introduce to you a man that stands up here on Sundays and touches our heart. And if you're like me, I always feel he's talking straight to me. And for some reason, it pertains to whatever you're going through. So listen and let it touch your heart. And I'm going to introduce our loved Reverend Darin.
I was saying, I live alone and my kitties are dead, so I don't get a lot of hugs through the week. So on Sundays, I don't have advantage.
Give us your address.
Oh, it's my address. Here we go. And Facebook is watching too. I might be busy. It's funny, you know, they did say ministerial school, never leave the pulpit unmanned or unwomaned. And they also said, you know, a lot of the students were women who are maybe short and small. And they said, you know, petite, be sure to wear something loud so that they can see you from the pulpit. And so when I pick out my loud shirts, it always makes me laugh because I think you can see me. You know? But better than that, I hope you can feel me, as Lynn said, that we can feel each other. Because our teaching is all about oneness, opening heart to heart with each other and knowing the equality of each other, and that God is showing up as each other. All of us, and like was said earlier this morning by Elliot, all the people we don't know, we're connected, and that's beautiful, and that makes me happy. So there's that. So for my talk, I want to take you back to an experience I had when I was in high school, kind of an unnerving thing I did, and I did it at the post office. We have a postmaster in the audience, and she's probably like, what did he do? And it was something that was really kind of unsettling, and no, it wasn't finding my wanted poster on the wall. Any guesses on what I did at the post office that was kind of nerve-wracking?
Passport.
So, I wish. I was signing up for selective service. Per the federal law, I was letting Uncle Sam know where to find me should I ever be called up to go to war. Well, as I was working on this talk, I had the realization, like, gosh, I'm kind of worried about that for 52, well, not 52 years, I was however old, but I'm 52 and it hasn't happened yet. Thank goodness. I used to worry because I thought, some people are cut out for that and called to that, and I'm not. And you can laugh because it is funny. You know, that's not how I'm built, it's not how I'm wired. If people joke about being a lover, not a fighter, for me that's true. And it goes even deeper now as an adult in the spiritual realm. It is about love. It is not about fighting or fighting against, which is why there's a term that kind of makes me cringe sometimes, and I'm going to see what you think about it. Prayer warrior. Do you see that once in a while? People will say, calling all prayer warriors. We're going to war. We're going to battle. We're going in. Put on your armor. Suit up. You know, we're going up against something. And I always kind of, because the lover in me and the student of science of mind in me reminds myself and wants to remind everybody that when it comes to prayer, there's no war needed, no fighting needed, no warrior needed. I know this can be semantics or kind of words, but there's meaning behind our words. You know, they reflect our beliefs. They have power. They create. And this is really the basis of our teachings. I thought, what a nice way to kind of talk about how we pray, to remember this beautiful truth. Because what I know today as an adult in this teaching is that all I need to do when I want to shift something is to make a conscious choice and then to allow the universal spirit, which is God, which is power, which is source, to move through me as that new experience. Now, spiritual warfare might work sometimes for some people, but it's always going to work better when we open up and we trust and we remember that everything is God, everything is love. So what I know today is whenever I'm wanting and ready and willing, finally, to let go of something or to bring something into my life, all I need to do, and it's this simple, is to know what I want, focus on what I want, and allow that to be powered by my faith, and then to allow God / universe / spirit to again move through me as whatever I'm letting go of, as whatever I'm calling in, and then to guide me, inspire me, and protect me every step of the way. Doesn't that sound better? It feels better. It works better. And I am so grateful to know that. I wanted to share that this morning, that we need no armor when we pray. We need no battle when we're ready to shift something, to have a new experience that we deserve to have. So that's the inspiration for my talk this morning. A spiritual warrior's true armor is built in. We already have it. I reference this a lot, but hey, although I'm getting older, and some people say, what, Wizard of Oz? I haven't seen it, but in the movie, The Wizard of Oz, how Dorothy had the heels, she had the power all along. Remember? Has everyone seen Wizard of Oz? Hopefully. These days, when I worked at the prison, all the young inmates are like, what, Star Wars? I'm like, Star Wars, come on. But that she had the way to go home all along. In the science of mind, whatever age we discover it, tells us we have the power, not on our heels, but in our hearts, to go home to truth, to manifest whatever it is we are wanting to experience, and that's powerful. So in those moments when we think we need to suit up, armor up, what's going on in our minds or our hearts, I wonder? Sometimes I wonder, do we think that this is a challenge that's bigger than something else, than what I've experienced so far? Do we fear our own lack of faith, our own trust? That's something I would ask myself, why am I suiting up? Is it different? And one of the most beautiful and empowering truths from Dr. Holmes in this teaching is that the universe knows no difference between big or small. I love that. We can manifest a molehill, we can manifest a mountain. We can release something small, we can release something big that we think is big. We can release a belief, a pattern, something that's been showing up in our lives for however many years, just as easily as something small. The universe is just saying, yes, what would you like? What are you ready to let go of? What are you ready to call in? So that's beautiful to know that we don't have to see something as bigger than us, bigger than usual, or needing some different way of approaching it, that we always get to approach it calm and kind and open and trusting and ready, and that it's always good. And so why I'm kind of knocking the warrior approach is because it has many downfalls. Number one, whose power is going to battle? It's the power of God. We have, whenever we are calling something into manifestation, the greatest power that's ever existed, the one that creates planets, the one that swings planets through the cosmos, that power that's within us. That's what we're called to use, not from ourselves. And I'm not dogging us in our humanity. What's interesting is it really came to me just in these clear words. We weren't created. We weren't designed to do this on our own. We are designed to call upon this power to move through us, to support us, to guide us, to love us, and for the universe to do that joyfully. So we are not small or minuscule, as some of the religions will have us say. No, we are the power of God. We're conduits that are made for God to move through us. So force is not needed. Fighting is not needed. And where's the enemy? Oof. Boy, when we see something as an enemy, haven't we just othered that person or othered that situation? And when we do that, guess what? It's going to be hard for us to have that sweet resolution that we're looking for. When I find myself having difficulty with someone, I pray for them too. They are not the bad guy. I'm not automatically the good guy. To look through all of those human personas, past all the characters that we're playing in this human play, and to see God showing up as me, God showing up as them, us together as one. Boy, that heals, doesn't it? It lets so much of the baggage and all those emotions kind of drift away. So there's no need to fight. There's no need to draw upon our own energy. There's only God to call upon. And the danger about thinking about war and battles is when we get excited, when we think that we're going to battle on something, it's hard to think straight, isn't it? It's hard to feel straight. It's hard or difficult or more difficult to hear the voice of God that's trying to subtly whisper to us the best route for us, the best next steps. God's a good general because we're only told where to go when we ask. And it's always in our best interest. It's not marching orders from some outside external deity that has wants and desires for us outside of us. It's for what we want. And when we think we're battling something, what's our affirmation? What's my affirmation been when I thought I've battled something? I'm affirming that it's big, and that it's outside of me, and that it's more powerful than usual, and that it's going to be more difficult to address. But that's not the affirmation we're wanting. Let's turn this around so we're clear on what doesn't work. What does work? Getting soft, getting trusting, to come within, to remember that the universe is already saying yes. The universe knows the way, even if we don't. And for us to focus on what we want. Focus on the prayer, not the problem. Focus on the potential, not the problem. Because remember, as Dr. Holmes said, where our attention goes, energy flows. Where are we looking? What are we focusing on? The universe is just saying, yes, okay, we're thinking that we're up against something. If we think someone holds power over us, some situation holds power over us, or threatens us, that's where the power goes. And guess what we're doing? We're making King Kong even bigger. Whatever that is, that we think is the bad guy, that we think is the monster, we're actually calling in and making it bigger. So all the universe asks of us, and our part, it's not easy, but at least it's simple, and it's clear. The universe just asks of us to know what we want. What do you want? And then to open up and allow it to come through us. Because remember, we're cosmic conduits. God flows through us. These miracles, these blessings don't happen to us. They aren't just handed to us. We are called to be open to allow them to come through. And I love those old metaphysical writings that say that the good of the universe is just pushing up against us. You know, like a little fish in the ocean, that we are immersed within all this God power. It's all potential, all cosmic Play-Doh. It can take any shape, any form. All it's doing is asking us to settle down and to let God with us co-create, for us to be a good dance partner and to let it happen. When science of mind comes to the rescue, Dr. Holmes teaches us, this is one of my favorite quotes, and if you've heard it before, boy, take it in, that we have a power within us that is greater than anything we will ever contact in the outer. A power that can conquer any challenge in our life, set us safe, satisfied, and at peace, healed, and prosperous in a new light and in a new life. Doesn't that sound good? The power is within us. And it's just asking who, what, where, when, and how. And we get to call that into shape. And we don't need to do that loudly. We don't need to scream it. We don't need to force it. We don't need to push it. We don't need to puff up like the little kittens that say, don't come near me. I'm going to fly you to death. I is tiger. We don't need to puff up. Because the first entity and power and presence that knows our worth is the universe. We don't need to convince it of anything. We convince ourselves, don't we? That's where we're called to do that. Dr. Holmes also says, stop trying, stop struggling. Whew, that feels good. Begin to calm, to trust in the higher laws of life. Even though you do not see them, they are there. And that's incredible. We feel it, don't we? Sometimes people say, I wish we could see God, and I'm like, have you seen Eleanor? Have you seen Patty? You know? Have you seen a new way of thinking and believing and a life showing up happen in our own lives? That is God in power. It's not somewhere far off. It's happening right now within us. So just like a good example is an illness. Sometimes people will say, you know, I'm here to kick cancer's butt. You know, I'm going up against cancer. I'm fighting cancer. And I'm like, well, you know, how about I invite you to love health, love wholeness, to focus on that. Fully let go of whatever that is that we don't want. Don't give it any power. Don't puff up its ego, because on its own, it's powerless. It's lifeless. It's wisdomless. It only has what we give it. So I just love that what we are called to do is not to go to war, but to celebrate the truth of who we are. And a part of that superpower, I've always been told, oh, you're soft. Sometimes in a positive way, sometimes not in a good way. When I went to work at the prison, some people said, well, aren't you too soft for that? And I thought, well, maybe you're right. You know, I trust other people, maybe I am too soft. And I got in there, and it didn't take me long to realize, I'm like, wait a minute. I was a chaplain, by the way, spiritual support. Softness was a superpower. Because when my walls are down, not only can the good come to me, but my good can go outward. When we're armored up, when we're suited up, we are tight, we're controlled, kind of like one of those little cyst cells from the Paleozoic era that can live, you know, frozen. Oh, it's safe, and it's not going to change, and it's not going to grow. It's not going to heal any wound. It's not going to let go of old habits or old versions of itself. So we're called to get soft. And I'm here to be the propaganda lobbying team of the concept of softness as a spiritual power, a spiritual superpower. Have you ever seen video, or remember the first time you were ever on a bridge, and you remember you stopped in traffic on the bridge, and you saw how much it moves? And you're like, I gotta call the cops. This sucker's going down. You know, first time I saw that, I'm like, this is not pretty. Or how much, first time I flew, the stewardess saw me, looked at the wings, and she said, they're supposed to do that, honey. She's a psychic too. How did she know I was afraid? But my eyes were probably this big. Those wings were moving because they were flexible. They were soft, not rigid. Able to move and to flex and to move into, evolve into, fluid into a new experience. So we're called not to be tight, not to be behind a wall, not to be behind our armor, and to get soft. And there's a beautiful lesson of the spiritual nature of softness by an author from Nigeria named Awatosin Adesoba. She is wonderful, and I have a little reading from her on the spiritual virtue of softness. She says, softness exists at the root of creation. It is the first language. It is the first gesture, the first offering. Before words, before knowing, before the mind could construct meaning, there was a soft warmth of skin meeting skin, breath meeting breath. Life itself began inside a soft and sheltered space. The curve of the womb, the darkness of earth cradling a seed, the hush before dawn breaks. Softness is origin. To call softness sacred is to acknowledge that all life depends on it. The earth softens so that seeds can root. The heart softens so that love can enter. There is nothing passive or weak about this. I love that. It is a power so ancient, so woven into the fabric of existence that we often mistake it for silence. But softness is not silence. It is presence. Presence without the need to dominate. And those words ring out. Isn't that beautiful? She is wise. We'll post about her on Facebook so you can read more about her. Read more, maybe read that whole reading yourself on Facebook and for everybody. And you might ask me, well, tell me your stories about having not gone to war. You know, Reverend Darin, when you were so wise, you didn't go to war, that you didn't pick up that emotional battle, you know, pick up that spiritual armor and that spiritual gun. Well, you know what the truth is? I never did that. Am I bragging? No, I'm admitting. I was always too chicken to do that. I was too fearful not to immediately call in the big power. I did the right thing, but probably not for the right reason. I always knew that there was a power greater than me that could handle that. But I didn't realize how it could move through me as me. And that's what I learned when I stepped foot into this building. That I am powerful because it is powerful. I know what to do because it knows what to do. And when I was moving through ministerial school, boy, Dr. Kathy Hearn, she's amazing. She's the dean of the San Diego campus. When I had some fears about becoming a minister, and I wanted to be the minister here, you know, there was a friend who said, you know, if you want to be the minister there, although I'd been here for quite some time, she said, you need to go out there and do this and do that, and be sure you do this and be sure you do that, and have everyone see you do this and see you do that, and you really need to cross this T and dot that I and do this and do that. And this voice within me said, no, there's nothing I need to push, nothing I need to force, that if it's there, it is there. And I remember Dr. Kathy saying, in surrender, there is great faith. In transparency, there is great faith. So I found my power in being able to say, here I am. This is who I am. And we can do that in all of these situations, to stand up in our power as the beautiful spiritual beings that we are, and to take and to receive what we deserve. Recently, I had been treating on an issue I was working on, and I knew that the guidance would come in at the right time. Well, I opened my eyes, I stood up, and I'm like, whoa, pow. Even before I had coffee, even before I got out of my bed, there was the guidance. I was given two options: to block what I wanted or to trust. God knew to dumb it down for me. Two options. And I thought to myself, what does trust look like? It's getting out of the way. It's not focusing on the what could be's. It's not playing over those old thoughts of something, a conversation related to the situation. It's not daydreaming about the what could be's. And it certainly is not thinking of anyone involved in this situation being anything other than the finest work of God and for me. And to focus on what I want and what's best for everybody else. Because prayer works that way. We can say the best for me and for everyone. The hard work is done by the universe. Let the universe figure that out, and it shall. So we get to let go of the armor, let go of that heaviness. Kind of pull the Band-Aid off, get some air on it, and to let it heal. For us to remember who we are, and to remember that we have within us, built into us, the very best defense system, the very best navigation system we could ever want. I say GPS is God's perfect steering. Where should I go next for what I'm affirming? For what's best for me? Is it stop? Is it go? Is it left? Is it right? That we can stop and go within and hear that voice. But if we're moving too quickly and if things are too loud, I wish it was louder. It doesn't work that way. I wish God sent emails. It'd be a lot easier. But it's subtle, and we have to, and are called to, settle down and to listen. And we're going to hear exactly those best instructions for us and for everyone involved in our experience. So to call something to mind, now or in the next coming days, something that you feel currently is a battle, or that you've been thinking, I need to maybe manifest this or let go of this, but it's going to be a battle. And I encourage you to remember this message, and to remember that the universe's promise to you is that it will bring through you whatever you choose and trust to experience. That it's a beautiful power, that it is you. It's whoever you could pray about. It's everyone in your lives. It's all of us. And it's the power that knows how to bring it about in the very best way for you and for everyone. It's just waiting for us to make that next big decision. So let's close our eyes. And let's take this deep into prayer. Let's open our hearts as we remember that God is that one power and presence within us, within everyone and everything, that responds to the language of our hearts. And that its very first word to us is always yes, to support us, to guide us, to love us as we do our spiritual work, to heal ourselves, to let go of what doesn't work anymore, to let go of old harms, old hurts, old stories, and to step into a new, fresh, and clearer understanding of who we really are. And when we do this work in our hearts, when we do this work in our minds, the benefit shows up immediately in our lives, in our spiritual journey here on this earth, showing up as lives filled with more love, more joy, more wholeness. All of those things that we are seeking, we begin to experience it. For that was what was meant to happen for us all along. The universe was waiting for that mighty yes, for us to know, for us to trust. So I speak my word this morning that I know this is happening right now, that each and every soul hearing this message this morning is feeling it as well, and that new guidance is coming in, new readiness, a warmth, a knowing of support, and a letting down of walls, and a letting in of all that glorious light, all that glorious potential waiting to bless us, to uplift us, to thrill us in new ways. It's beautiful indeed, and it's happening now. And we say yes to it. And so it is.
And so it is.
Thank you, beautiful people.
Oh, Mother God, flowing through our hearts, we give thanks for the bread of our life. we give thanks for the bread of our lives, for the hands in the earth, and the fruit of your womb, O Mother God, blessed be. O Mother God, blessed be. O Mother God, thank you for this day, for the love that you wash over me, and this joy in my heart I will share with the world. O Mother God, blessed be. O Mother God, blessed be. O Mother God, thank you for this day, for the love that you wash over me, and this joy in my heart I will share with the world. O Mother God, blessed be. O Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God, flowing through our hearts, we give thanks for the bread of our lives, for the hands in the earth, and the fruit of your womb. Oh, Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God, flowing through our hearts, we give thanks for the bread of our lives, for the hands in the earth, and the fruit of your womb. Oh, Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God, blessed be.
Darin, that was good. Beautiful. Let's ride that energy. Let's surf that energy right into our offering, our time when we get to support the center and support what we are sharing in our message with the world. So let's take our offering. Oh, and let Sarah affirm the giving blessing together. The words are up on the screen. The divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, to prosper, and to bless. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I joyously contribute to the division of this center, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly, and so it is.
I circulate prosperity for all that Spirit's given me. I trust, I believe, I ask, and I receive. Everybody, I treat, and it's done. Then relax and have more fun. I circulate my prosperity for all that Spirit's given me.
Let me just a moment and finish my square payment, which is so easy. I always say it's quick, safe, and secure, which is a wonderful combination. I always say, it's Darin, so they know. Thank you. And thank you for this. Let's open our hearts and close our eyes real quick. And remember that one of the beautiful truths of this universe is that it is unlimited. And the universe isn't just full of all this great power and potential just to be out there. It is meant to move through us. Again, taking the shape that we choose. Whether it is a thing, whether it is an experience, whether it is the revelation of healing within us. Our cups do overflow. For this is an unlimited universe, and we receive as wide as we are open. So I say this morning that as the heavens here keep raining, so do the blessings pour down into us in greater measure than ever before. And so it is.
And so it is.
Thank you. Wow. Announcements. We're not late this week. We were a little bit last week, but hey, we've got a good thing going, but we're almost on time. Maybe we're all just ready for dinner. Because I can hear the oven beeping, and I bet it smells really good closer to the door. Today is Potluck Sunday. We do that on the fourth Sunday of every month, a time for us to come together, to break bread together. It's a beautiful human thing to do. And for those of you who are here for the first time or second time or whatever time, what a wonderful chance for us to get to know each other. Because, as I say, you are the center. Not the logo, not the sign, not the building. So what a wonderful time for you to share yourselves with each other. So have fun, and if you're not staying for lunch, go wherever you're going, have fun and do that too. But you're always welcome to the potluck. And our next speaker next week is Swami Shankarananda in person. Yes, it's probably Roger this morning. He is back on this side of the country, and so he will be here in person to speak next Sunday during the 10 a.m. service. And then afterward, we're going to Curry's, the Indian restaurant, for lunch. We'll have the party room in back reserved, so be ready for that. And then that evening, the Infinite Compassion Orchestra, a kirtan group that he's friends with, will be here that Sunday evening for a concert at 5 p.m. And here's a little sample of what they sound like. On whether or not the music worked, you all were ready. Jamming and jiving, all you needed was some tambourines and we were ready to go. Yeah. So that's going to be a wonderful concert. It's a love offering. Invite your friends. We of course have a Facebook event. You can invite friends that way. Just let them know. One thing people had a question about is whether to bring pillows and jammies and blankets and lay on the floor. No. I really thought of that, but for some of our events like the sound baths, we do that. But for this, it's going to be seats only, because we're going to want to be able to share that with a lot of people, because the floor takes up a lot of lot of space. So you wear your pajamas, that's fine. But it's going to be in a chair. Just what a wonderful Sunday that we're going to have Swami here again as the speaker, then go to Curry's for lunch, and then 5 p.m. the concert. So it's going to be a great Sunday. And our food pantry. Boy, I had the honor of taking someone into the pantry recently, and it's just wonderful. This is a gift of love coming from you, from our congregation, to benefit everyone in our organization and all the organizations that meet here. The 12-step programs, PFLAG, 1 in 10, Circle of Sisters. This really, I mean, a huge power force of donations coming in from Circle of Sisters. If you're a woman and you are looking to meet some wonderful friends, Circle of Sisters is the place to be. So the food pantry is available for anyone who needs it. And it's always going to be open before and after services, so it's a very nice, discreet way. If you need to go in and get something for you or for someone in your home or a loved one, go in and get that. It's also a nice time to bring in donations. We're going to be doing this for several months to uplift everyone and to bless everybody. So if you have any questions, want to see Miss Lynn and Robin? They are, let's give them some hands. It's so beautiful. It's located, if you haven't seen it yet, in the kids' room, and it's just like shopping. Such a nice, beautiful, dignified way of going in and taking what you would be blessed by. So thank you for your donations. If you see online or on the screen, that is Lynn's phone number and her email address. If you would like information about receiving some food, or if you want information on making a donation. We just ask that the donations come through when the building's open and we're ready for them, and we'll bring it in. And thank you for your love.
I just want to say one thing. When you bring food in, there's a table in there set up just for that, because we have to go through, because we have to be very careful that nothing is expired. So
right, that nothing's expired. Yeah, that's the health department knows we're doing this, and we've received some good wisdom from them. And their big thing is make sure everything is good and fresh. And that's good prosperity anyway, that we have good things to share. So that is our food pantry. And we have a holiday party coming up to make. We're not just going to decorate. Petronella's decorating.
Yes.
She is offering the opportunity for us to help her make the decorations. So if Petronella would come up and tell us about a party she has planned for Tuesday. This Tuesday.
This Tuesday.
I'm calendar challenged, so this Tuesday.
Hello, chosen family. I get super excited. I'm so super excited about this because we get to all come together. Well, I'm hoping that we will all come together. So if any of you, it's going to be at this center. So Tuesday from 12 to 4. Bring a friend or a loved one or a family member. But, you know, I've been thinking a lot about the concept of abundance. And you guys are my abundance. And so, okay, there's some feeling. This year for the Christmas tree, the theme will be regal nature, and we'll be tying it into a lot of science of mind concepts. I would like for all of you to come and help bring it to life. So we'll be having basically a co-creation party, and we're all going to be spiritual alchemists.
In the laboratory of life.
That's right, exactly. We're going to take really simple things like pine cones and some other recycled materials, and we're going to turn them into ornament masterpieces for the tree. So guess what? You don't have to be an artist. You don't even have to be crafty, okay? There will be a place and a position for you to help. You just need to show up. I'm gonna make my mulled hot apple cider, and Kate is gonna bake cookies. And we're gonna have music, and oh my gosh, it's gonna be really super fun. So lend your hands and your laughter, and I'll see you Tuesday. Oh, and I do need some donations for some things, which is on the Facebook Messenger, or you can ask me afterwards today. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Petronella. Boy, and she's not kidding when she says her mulled cider. I would buy that under a bridge. It is so delicious. If you need a reminder of the time, take a picture, or more information will be, of course, on Facebook as a reminder. And speaking of events, we have been talking recently about the Legacy Society having an event next month. That has been canceled. The Legacy Committee is going to look at some other ways that we can reach out and kind of for inspiration and education. But for now, that December event has been canceled, which means you have more free time during a very busy month. I wanted to share that. And Christmas is coming up. We're always wondering, are we going to do our Christmas before or after Christmas? This year, our Christmas candlelight service will be on December 21st, which that's nice. And then the next Sunday will be Potluck Sunday. So we'll get to, after Christmas, still kind of ride that wave of holiday joy and have our meal together. And we're also going to have before that, on the Saturday before that, Saturday or Friday, it's on the 17th, CM Calendar Challenge. And we'll have more details about this, the traditional YCSL sing-along that Lynn is creating. It's such a fun time for us to get together, sing Christmas carols, and throw fake snowballs at each other. The first time I saw the fake snowballs, I thought, these peaceful folks, these snowballs, they're not going to go far. And I mean, I saw in people's eyes, we had so much fun. There were people who were there one time for the very first time, and it was amazing when they got to meet us and see our playfulness. It's a Wednesday? It's a Wednesday. It's a Wednesday. So now we know. So that we'll have more information about. And I'm excited to say that with the new year coming, we are going to be kicking off Foundations class, which a lot of people have been wanting and waiting for, which is wonderful. This is the Cadillac, gosh, now what do we call it? What are cool cars now? This is the BMW of classes that we offer, where it's really Science of Mind 101, to learn our teaching, but not just to learn it how to apply it and benefit from it. So more information will come. If you're interested, let me know, because that kind of helps me know when I know who's going to be coming on board, the day and the time to offer that it works for everybody. And that's always a wonderful time. And Foundations is how you can serve on the board too. That's a requirement. So to plant a seed, anyone who's thought about board service, that's a wonderful way. Get your Foundations training, and then you'll be ready to go. So again, our potluck afterward. And thank you for everyone being here. Thank you for your gifts. First, your gift of presence and heart. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who's watched online and joined us. Thank you. And let's end our service in song and in celebration by standing up, making a big circle, and singing the peace song. Hey, have your fun. What a beautiful circle.
Okay.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as our power, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Repeat after me, please. Something wonderful is happening in my life right now.
Something wonderful